Well, real proud of these girls. I thought we gutted it out, and we had another game where we played hard the entire game. The ball wasn't falling in the basket the first half, but I thought second half we picked up the whole momentum. We really started pushing the ball and getting some easy baskets and some easy looks. It was a physical game, which was actually good for us because we're going to hit the road and we're going to play some very physical teams on the road as well. So hopefully that's going to prepare us a little bit for what's down the road for us.
Carl, I'll start with you for both of you. First quarter was a track meet, up and down, up and down, up and down, but not a lot of scoring. Was the thought process just, hey, let's keep pushing it, the shots are eventually going to drop?
I mean, that's our game. We like to push the ball, we like to play fast. Yeah, we didn't score, but at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a score, and I mean, after the next quarter, we were scoring. So we like to push the ball, and this team is like very good pushing the ball.
I mean, even when the ball was not falling, but we just have to do what we have to do. We just like keep running the flow. It's gonna come. Just do what we can do to just score, even though it was not going in. We just had to stay being us until the ball's gonna get to the hold.
Carla, you had last game. You had a career best of 19 rebounds tonight. You had 15. What's been working for you?
I mean, my shots that were falling today, but one thing I can control is go to grab the rebounds, assist to my teammates. But I love to grab rebounds. Like I love to jump there, go get some rebounds. But it's the effort. I like to give my effort to my teammates, and if that's what I can give it to them, I will do it.
For both of you again, I'm going to start on this side this time. Slow start on offense, but not on defense. You guys played hard for 40 minutes. How important is it for that defense to show up every night?
I think the defense, we're still gonna like control the defense, even though the ball was not getting in. So we have to do defense, play hard, and the offense is gonna come by themselves.
Yeah, I think all of us will play really good defense, like as a team and individually. So we need to keep doing that. What I would say, like we can control the effort that we put in defense. Yeah, the ball wasn't going in, but we control the defense.
For both players, were there any adjustments made tonight throughout the game or even just coming into the game from previous games?
I'll take just one for, so yes for Lore, because Lore's is predominantly is in the post, and she had a guard tonight. They went a lot for her, and I give her credit because, I challenged her on that in practice, like, hey, you got a guard on the perimeter, you can't be in the post, and you know what, I thought she stepped up and did a great job. So for her, that was a huge adjustment that she made, and she still came up with her double-double. She's not gonna give herself credit, so.
I mean, like the coach, I'm just not used to like stop the ball when the guard is bringing it in the floor, so I just had to adjust with that. It was a little bit like weird in the beginning, but I just figured out like, bro, just guard the perimeter. That's it.
Can I just first start out by saying, just with our play for Kay, I just need to get this out. This is something that really hits home to me. Actually, I got a little choked up earlier. Sorry, Jackie. But because I've had four of my sisters, got 7 girls in my family. 4 of them have had breast cancer, and all 4 have survived. But a lot of it was early detection. It started with my first sister who had it, and then everybody had been diligent to get their to go in and to get their physicals, and then it happened and found it in 4 other ones that they caught early enough, and thank goodness that everyone is good. But I just want to tell everybody out there, especially young coaches and young people, because we've lost a lot of even really good young coaches to breast cancer, and it's really sad. And I think early detection is imperative. Even if you have people telling you, oh, you don't need it till you're 50, you don't need it till you're 50. I disagree. If it runs in your family, go get a mammogram, go get an MRI, go get tested, because I feel it just saves lives. And we just had such tremendous support with this event, and I just wanted to thank everybody who's donated and helped us raise some money for this. We just got an incredible community. We had great people coming over from Moffitt. To me, it was very successful, and I was just very happy that we could get that word out of how important early detection is. Go get tested. And that's all for that. So go ahead. Now we can talk basketball. I just had a,
Sure, we can keep going.
no, I'm good.
Coach, another slow start on offense, but you let the team play through it again, no timeout. How important is it to let them work their way out of it?
You know, it is important, and because we were defending, you sort of don't want to break that momentum. And they started out, they were ready to play. You know, they came off a tough loss at home. You know, so they were coming in and they were ready to play, and we just sort of had to weather the storm because I knew we were going to get their best punch early, and we did. But I thought we just kept defending, and we kept running the floor, and we started to wear them down a little bit, and, you know, then it led to some easier baskets for us down the stretch.
Were there any measures made defensively to prepare for Tulsa's Maddie Cartwright? She's standing number 2 in the league right now for scoring. So was there anything defensively that?
Yeah, we knew we had to dial in on her and on number 17 on Riddick. Those are their 2 best players, and they've been carrying their team all year long. And they've had some tremendous wins early. I mean, they beat Florida at Florida. I mean, this is a good basketball team. And those 2 girls are huge leaders for that team, and that's why they've been successful. So, yeah, we definitely had to focus in on those 2 and just make sure nobody else hurt us because they were going to get theirs because they're just that good.
Coach, I don't care who you're playing. You hold a team to 22 points. That's a great defensive effort and a half. That's a really good basketball team you held to 22. They're in 3rd place. They're just not a sham. That's a good team, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very good, and that's what I'm saying. They had some very good wins early in the non-conference, and they've had some good conference wins. You know, they've had a couple tough losses, but like I said, this is only their 3rd loss in conference play. So yeah, that's a pretty good team.
What did you like most about tonight's team's execution? I apologize. And is there any adjustments that you want to make moving forward?
Yeah, I'd like to have less turnovers in the 4th quarter. You know, I think, you know, because I do want us to play fast, but not hurry, not rush, you know. And I thought there was times that we just got excited and we seen all this was open and some, you know, and then we end up and made some errant passes, and it was like, please, let's just like slow down. So that is one thing we definitely have to fix. We got to fix that, especially late in games, because then it ended up and we gave up some easy threes because of that. And, you know, you got to be careful with that because teams start hitting threes and it can become a long night.
Coach, somebody just comes in and looks at that final score. They're thinking, pretty easy win for USF. That was a war tonight, wasn't it? And that was big girl basketball, right?
Yeah, it was. It was very physical both ways, you know. I thought we banged as well as they did, and, you know, a lot of diving, a lot of bumping, a lot of, you know, shoving down in the post. But you know what? That's basketball, you know. And like I said, we needed a game like this before we hit the roads because we got a few more teams that rely a lot on their defense and their very physical defense. So, you know, we just got to learn to fight through it, and when we can get ours in, we got to get our bumps in as well.
Coach, let's look at the next 2. You got to head to Texas, UTSA, and then Rice. Right now, 3rd place to 6th place, 1 game separating. This will be a huge trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is because UTSA is playing really well right now. Like I said, they defensively, I think they're top in our conference in points given up, the fewest points given up per game. You know, and when they came here, we had a special night in that first half, and you know, and I think it was sort of. We didn't really expect that we would shoot that well, and Elena would hit her first 5 threes. But I thought, you know, it humbled them a little bit. So I think going to their place, she's going to have them fired up and ready to play.
Coach, talk about Kay Yao. How important she is to this whole movement and what she went through to basically lead the charge for this.
Yes, she did. You know what? And she was a warrior, and she was a fighter all the way through. And she always talked about, like what I was trying to push is the early detection. You know, don't put things off. Don't wait. If it runs in your family or anywhere in your family history, go get your mammograms early, because I feel like it's happening to younger people. And like I said, we've lost some good young coaches just here in these last few years. And probably some of it was just, it wasn't detected early enough because they were young, and everybody assumes that, you know, no, you don't get your first mammogram till you're 50. No. You know, early detection is huge. I'm just, like I said, I went through it in my family, and I seen how, you know, if my first sister hadn't, and if her doctor hadn't told everybody, go get MRIs, go get mammograms, go do all this, and the other ones may never have been detected until it was too late. So